Om Sai Ram. My name is Chhaya. I'm from Harrow SAI Center. Today we are having our last pilgrimage meeting to go to Prashanti. So in the next 15 days we'll all be off for the pilgrimage. And Shitubai happened to mention about the chosen people going to on the pilgrimage. Now I thought it came to my mind of my story of how I went to the pilgrimage in 2007. My son Jay was maybe about 11, 12 years old. He wasn't adult enough to go on his own, and therefore my uncle and aunt were his guardians. However, at the same time, we had to go for all the bhajan practices and everything, all the way to Mapleshell in Bedford. And I used to drive him there every day. Now, Dakshaben, who was taking us on the pilgrimage, asked me, "Are you coming?" And I said, "No, I'm not going to be coming. My son is going with you, and my uncle and aunt will be looking after him." On one of those evenings, as soon as we left the bhajans, my car broke down. In the dark, it was really dark, didn't know what to do. Luckily, my aunt, my uncle and Jay, my son, were in the car with me. So my thoughts started to run, thinking, I did not give her, Dakshaben, an answer whether I'm going or I'm not going. Is that what Swami is telling me to do right now? Should I go? Should I not go? And otherwise, there's something ahead of us which is blocking us from moving from here. And Swami is protecting us from whatever that is. And those thoughts were running in my mind. However, the AA guy did not turn up for an hour, so all we did was sit in the car in the dark and pray. Thereafter he came, we managed to get home, and I stayed at my uncle's house for that particular night. Next morning we went home, and then I called Dakshaben and I said, "Sorry, I couldn't get back to you last night because our car got broken. We broke down on the road, and now we've reached home, so everything is fine." However, I said, "But my son is not. But my son is coming, and I won't be coming though." But during the day, something else happened. And I was on that day. I was taking. I used to serve age links. I was taking a couple of elderly people to the venue. And after the event, I dropped them off. And all of a sudden, as I dropped the last lady off, a gentleman just stopped me before I got into the car. Of course, I was a bit scared, and he stopped there and said to me, "Hey, you're doing a grand job." And I'm looking at him thinking, is he going to ask me for money? He had a Bible in his hand, so I thought he might be wanting to ask for some money or something. Anyway, I just waited there, and something was telling me, do not ignore him, do not ignore him. It was almost like something sitting on my shoulders, one saying, don't ignore him. The other one saying, he might be asking you for money or something. And then he didn't say anything. All he said was, "Whatever you're doing a good job." And he was about to, I sat down, and he was about to leave, and he bent down and said, "Put your hand on my head." And I was a bit scared because he had this curly hair, and I was a bit worried of what to do. So I just kind of like patted his head, but then he shouted, "Put your hand on my head." So I quickly just slammed my hand on his head. And he says, "Thank you." And he went away. And that was just, it was such a moment. It was just the atmosphere in my car and everything. I was just kind of like this completely different level of atmosphere. I got home, and then I phoned Dakshaben. I said, "Dakshaben, I think I'm coming too." And she says, "Oh yes, you are, but your name is already on the list." So I have to say, Swami did something to make sure that I'm on that pilgrimage. But before that, I was also every day I would listen to this song that I'm still very fond of, and it was sung by Ajnish, and he sang, "माँ मेरे साई तेरे आंगन में मैं कब आऊं." So that was my favorite song, and Swami did listen to my prayers, and I think Swami listens to everyone's prayers. So please keep praying, and hope we have a great pilgrimage this time again. Sai Ram.